The panel will discuss the state of the Dallas Cowboys. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys are trending down. A train wreck, a hot mess. Cowboy Nation is upset. But now, let's talk about what can they do? Will it get fixed? Will anything change? Or is this going to be the rest of the season? Check out our take. Another great episode.
All right, y'all, here we go. Our take. So we're going to talk some NFL. We're going to talk a very touching subject tonight. Basically, it's touching on us, on the three Cowboy fans here. But what we're going to talk about is the state of the Cowboys right now, as we see it. Right now.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't get choked out, son.
I've been getting disrespected all day.
Hold on.
Quarterback.
Yo, listen. Ain't gonna be no Marshawn Lynch's walking you out of here, son.
We're about to get this work, B.
Hold on. Let's get this work. Let's get this work. So, what's your take on where the Cowboys are right now going forward?
Before we start this up,
go ahead, Lee.
So y'all trying to tell me ain't no females out there got no tape of Jason Garrett sniffing cocaine? None of that's going down? There has to be a way to get him out of here. Can we get a Mark Gasol on our squad? Somebody to get him out of here. Y'all all
Plane
know.
Crash?
It's a little bit extreme. Y'all all know I'm probably the last person here to look at the coaching staff in the light that most people are looking at them now. The lack of adjustments, just sticking to a script that can't be used because you are missing certain pieces, and you just see that it's stubbornness. It's like, for example, I'm gonna use like a coach like Bobby Knight, where you had the game changed, but because of the mentality you have, you don't change along with the game. And I think that's what the Dallas coaching staff misses. We're gonna press the same run and play in Madden all game because eventually I know it has to work, even though it's not working. It hasn't worked in 3 weeks. What's up?
Listen, I think
you like this?
This is awesome.
I hate you. I think this is more of an inability to coach.
Inability to coach.
Yeah, they just don't have the ability. If you look at what's been going on, so you got Jason Garrett. He's got the 13-3 season. The Cowboys, for some strange reason, they just can't sustain success. For some strange reason, it's impossible. They cannot sustain success. So if you're looking at the past 3 games, we're on a 3-game slide, obviously. No Zeke. I said it a while ago. I texted it to someone at this table. Life without Zeke is going to be bad. Right, Lee? I texted that to you and I told you that. And the reason why is because Jason Garrett has never shown an ability to be creative. He's not creative. He's not a good game planner. The offensive coordinator, in my opinion, Scott Linehan, they're not great game planners. For you to sit there and say, we're going to stick to the same script, knowing that you don't have the horses to do so, it's impossible, man. It's just impossible. So a lot of it is on the players. Let's not give Dak a pass.
Definitely, Dak. You gotta get this work, Dak.
Let's not give the defense, Marinelli, a pass.
Sean Lee, can you come back, please?
You know, but you can't tell me that life without one guy on defense pretty much.
But who told y'all
tells the story of the success?
Wait. Who told y'all this?
You
is the
said
Rams
that,
game?
Beef, but that tells you a lot about the coaching staff. That tells you a lot.
But let me just add this also.
He's about to go off.
When the offense is predicated upon one player and the defense is predicated upon one player that's constantly injured, hasn't played 16 games since he walked into the league, how in the world do you build a team like that? How do you have a team that is so...
You talking about Romo?
No, I'm talking about Sean Lee.
Sean Lee,
Sean Lee hasn't played 16 games yet, and also the defense is predicated on Sean Lee. That's ridiculous. Now, on the other turn, yes, Zeke. But you shouldn't lose a running back and all of a sudden everything goes to crap. That's ridiculous. In this NFL, running backs go down all the time. Teams are still winning without. How in the world are we built this way? To me, like, I'll go back to the front office. I hope Jerry Jones die.
I'm not. Listen, waiver. I do not agree with the company that I keep. Waiver.
What just said.
I hope Stephen Jones died. Listen, it's horrible to be sitting in this seat today.
Listen, I'm gonna say something, Mark, and I'm gonna agree with you with the whole the Jerry Jones and the Stephen Jones.
You want him to die?
No, not that part.
What's happening right now?
I I think they believed a little bit too much in a wide receiving core that really isn't that good. And I've said this to Avery. I've said this to Avery before. I even said it to Banks when Banks asked me how I feel about Dez, and I said Dez is not who he once was. Dez is on a serious decline.
I got some questions.
I just want to say one thing. I definitely also have to put this on Dak. Dak doesn't do things that I think he should do, like he should run.
Wentz is way better.
Sometimes I gotta agree with. I'm not gonna say way better, but I will say Wentz is better at this point. He's playing much better at this point. But
better this season.
Yeah, better this season. I give him that. They both got a long career left to go, but I'm just saying, yo, it's a lot. And Dak is the quarterback and is gonna point at Dak, but they didn't do anything to help Dak because they said we have Zeke. But we need better wide receivers. Yo, listen, Jason Witten is great. Right. He's always gonna get open. But 6-yard, 5-yard passes ain't helping us.
Dude, but I'm
he's
gonna
from 1950. His first game was in 1950.
Before I let you go, I'm gonna say this. Listen, and then now this is gonna take a turn. This is gonna take a turn because y'all gonna disagree with me. I watched every Cowboy game. I put myself through that foolishness to watch every Cowboy game back over again.
I do the same thing.
And you know what? A lot of it is, yeah, we can argue that Dez drops balls, but a lot of it.
Good.
A lot of it is the lack of creativity on offense. I'm sorry. You know what? A lot of it, if you watch the X's and O's where they place Dez, a lot of these 50-50 balls.
You know what?
Not a proponent of that.
Deion Sanders said the same thing.
But the thing I'm going to say is that Dez is only lining up in one position. You can't move Dez around.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Because when Tony Romo was there,
that's not true.
Romo used to move Dez around. Yo, switch it around, get into the slot. Go ahead, Banks. Let's go.
Banks. Let me hear this haterism.
No, there's no haterism.
No, of course it is.
It's really, what's haterism? You're not playing well. My team is out of the playoffs, so I'm just commenting on what I see.
But what's your question?
I want to know what happened to this offensive line, which was one of the best units in football.
Well, they're missing.
All last year.
Remember at the beginning of the season, I told you it was going to be shaky because there's two new pieces.
I got you, yes, but you did tell me I'm glad to see Doug Free go, and I don't know who they.
I was very happy Doug Free left.
Well, Collins is playing better. Collins is playing better.
So it's just like to me, it's like, is it really just predicated on Ezekiel Elliott? Because I mean, I thought you could put really. As much as I hate the Cowboys, the offensive line was one of the best.
I keep telling people that is a myth.
You can't put anybody behind the line. He's going to work.
I didn't mean. I'm not saying that, but McFadden was a good back, right?
Retired.
I thought you could get 1,000 yards out of McFadden.
Just retired. You did actually.
And we actually did get that out of him.
But here's a big difference, Bank. And I forgot which Philadelphia player actually said this. The difference between the two, and a Redskins player echoed it the other day. He said with the other backs, they could give you 90 to 100 yards.
Yeah, and you're going to get 30 more. I get all that.
No, not that. He says, you're not worried. You can catch them maybe at the 25 and still hold the Cowboys to a field goal. He said with Zeke, these guys give you 90. Zeke will give you 145.
The problem is we cannot sustain a running game because we always playing from behind in the second half. We abandon the run because now in the second half, our defense gives up 20 points in the second half, and now we got to throw the ball constantly.
I got some more questions.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. This is your segment.
I want to know what happened to Dez too, man. Dez was an elite wide receiver.
He got paid.
The question I asked you, I don't necessarily think is that.
Julio Jones said it.
Was Romo making him look better?
No, he got paid.
Listen, let me say this, and again,
it's almost like what you said though. It's a lack of creativity because if they're just running him on the same routes all the time and it's not working, don't you got to do something different? Throw him in the slot.
Yo,
what if you can't?
No, but what I'm saying is you got a receiver like Larry Fitzgerald who's on the. I don't think Dez is at that point where he's on the back end of his career, but Larry Fitzgerald is towards the end of his career. He's playing the slot. He's playing the X, Y. He's playing X, Y, and Z, and he's producing.
Larry Fitzgerald.
They got him all over the field.
Larry Fitzgerald can run every route in the route tree.
Yo, I did listen.
Remember when they said that? Chris Carter said that about Dez.
Chris Carter been saying that for the longest.
That's not true.
No, it is not. No. It's not true. Dez cannot run every route.
I don't agree with that.
He's limited.
I don't agree with that.
Most wide receivers run 4 routes.
Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Larry Fitzgerald runs every route.
He runs every route. Go ahead.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. And as much as you hate Tony Romo, as much as you got 2 playoff wins out of this guy, the cerebral part of Tony Romo's game is what you miss. He was the guy that made the engine go. Believe it or not. Yeah, he took shots. Yeah, he threw interceptions. But when that guy had a running game, he had some of his best years. That's just a fact. Dez had his best years. You don't have a guy that can sit at the line and slide protection, tell you where to go, call hop. You don't have that. Dak's game is not there yet. His game is not there yet.
Wait.
Game's not there yet.
I want to go on something.
I'm gonna add something. I'm gonna add something to what Avery said. When you look at Dak throwing the ball to Dez, right? When the cornerback is basically shoulder to shoulder, Dak is still trying to throw it over the top. Where Romo would throw the back shoulder. You don't see Dak do that.
But let me say this to you also. But you're talking about a Dez 3 years ago. You're not talking about the Dez now.
But Romo, is there some regression with his skills?
Romo hasn't played in 3 years.
But Julio did say Dez will struggle for 1.5 to 2 years with that broke foot.
I'm gonna tell you again,
Dez's foot was worse than Julio.
This is why I keep telling y'all, coaching is underrated. If Dez played for the Patriots, do you think he still be?
Dez couldn't play for the Patriots.
Okay.
If
Dez played for Aaron Rodgers, do you think he'd be successful?
I'll say it again.
You gonna tell me he can't run routes?
Dez is limited. He got limited speed. Am I right? Hold on. Let me ask the question.
Somebody told me Jordy Nelson is better than Dez Bryant.
Let me ask you a question.
I think Aaron Rodgers makes Jordy Nelson.
Can Dez Bryant stretch the field?
Well, can I say this?
The right quarterback.
From an X's and O's standpoint, look at the guys who stretch the field and tell me they don't have another receiver on the other side.
I don't even think it's that.
Tell me they don't have another receiver on the other side.
Wait. But I asked the question.
Antonio Brown stretch the field?
No. But guess what? Guess who does?
Who does?
Who stretches the field for the Steelers?
Brian and Schuster.
Okay, so that's my point. You gotta have another guy on the other side. Guys are scared. Nobody's scared of Terrence Williams.
Facts.
Nobody's scared of that guy.
Yo, Terrence Williams, can you take a knee for the national anthem?
Hold on. Without a doubt.
Nobody's scared of him.
Oh, we're running out of time here.
Yo, thank you guys.
We gotta come back to this.
Yo, I'm surprised Banks went that easy on us.
I'm gonna need some energy.
It's funny. Like I'm gonna give y'all some energy.
All right. So part 2 coming up, y'all.
Let's go again, y'all.
This is our take. We're coming right back. Yo, it's gonna be fire, man. Yo, we coming back, man. We coming back, man.
I got
Dilly. All right, here we are. We coming back at it. We going right back at it, y'all. All right, our take. We're gonna talk about the Cowboys. Say the Cowboys part 2. Let's get into it. So, I'm gonna say it again.
We talking about Dez.
Dez.
Let's do this.
Right now, since there's questions, let me ask you a question.
Oh boy.
Where do you rank Dez among the wide receivers in the league right now? Where would you put Dez at?
College.
Yeah, he's not elite.
Hold on.
He's not elite.
Wait, that's not the question I asked. I said from 1 to 10, is Dez in the top 10?
I don't even know if he's top 10 anymore.
I would say he's top 15.
Top 15. Okay. So when
is some of that Dak though? Because like what he said, there's certain plays that when they were shoulder to shoulder, you throw that back shoulder, he's still trying to go over top. So maybe there's that adjustment period of trying to figure out exactly where he wants the ball. Because I cannot believe, as much as I hate the Cowboys, that Dez Bryant has regressed this much. He is not a factor at all.
Tony Romo.
Let me ask you a question.
Tony Romo knew how to get Dez the ball. And there's another thing too.
But
a lot of times when Dez is open, Dak, you my G, son. Like I slept, I wasn't really feeling you for a while.
Let me make his point.
Yo, let me ask you a question. Right now, Dez has a 47% catch.
I thought it was 51, man.
51, okay. 51.
Kill the son.
51. It's still horrible. It's still horrible. If you're dropping half the passes thrown to you.
Wait a second.
But you know who numbers is right there too? Well, he not playing this year, but to me, he's top 3 wide receivers. Last year, Odell Beckham was in the 50s. Also.
Yo, wait a second though. What I saw, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong about the stats. He only been credited with 2 drops this year. Y'all need to look at the stats.
No, he's right. He's right.
Impossible.
Because a lot of those passes,
they don't credit you. They don't credit you with a drop that's behind.
They don't credit you with that. Has to be catchable.
Yeah.
Something that's high, even though he got his hands on it, they say that's not catchable, and they put that on
Dak.
that.
I'm just telling you what I saw. I saw it. I was like, yo, my ass is messed up.
Listen. Any coach will tell you. Ball touch your hands as a receiver, you gotta catch it.
I don't believe that.
You gotta catch it.
That's not.
I don't. Come on, man. Come
That's not
on.
always true. That's like, yo, you get your hand on the ball and then somebody cracks you in the ribs.
Yeah, I don't
You supposed to
believe
catch that.
I don't believe that.
Look,
Yeah, but
okay,
wait,
let's
but
go.
that's not Dez's problem.
Let's
Go ahead,
go back
Banks.
to the
Go ahead.
state of the Cowboys.
Go ahead, Banks.
What happened, man? What happened?
What happened?
Because we all sat here and everybody at this table had high hopes for their teams. High hopes. I had.
Yo, listen. Our season ain't over.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sitting on the arm of the couch.
The swan is singing.
I'm leaning back on the couch right now. All three of y'all are sitting forward looking at the TV. Y'all might as well just get comfortable, man.
I'm sitting on the arm. I ain't on the couch yet.
It's over. I just don't understand what happened. Is it the Z thing? Is it coaching?
I'm gonna tell you what happened. I think it's a combination of everything.
Cowboys are trash.
And it's like I told them before. Yo, when Sean Lee,
Cowboys are trash.
I don't even have.
I'm bringing the energy now.
Hold on. So the
Cowboys are
Giants. Giants is rubbish.
The
Sophisticated
Giants
garbage.
are white dog shit right now.
So okay.
Cowboys are trash. It's
So wait.
all good. It's all good.
Can I answer your
So
question?
you calling us
Can I
trash
answer
and
your
saying
question?
much.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
when Sean Lee is
But
on
you
the
know what
field,
trash is though. The Giants know what trash is. Though.
when Sean Lee is on the
What is
field
football?
and
What is
Oh boy.
you only give up 80 running yards per game till he's not on the field and you give up 160, that's a problem. When your left tackle is out and you see that you have a guy that needs
Struggling.
help,
Struggling.
you don't chip, you don't do anything, and you let Claiborne make it to the Pro Bowl off of one game.
Awesome.
It's
That
a
is
big,
true.
it's a big problem. And then to me, the defense played good in the first half of those games.
Stop it.
In the second half,
Anthony Brown?
oh God, we're never gonna talk about him. That's your man though. The other team makes an adjustment and we don't.
What about Heath?
Hold on. I don't know. I don't know.
I see what you're doing with that.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I don't
We're
know.
gonna come to that.
I don't know if y'all heard about this, but Dion said that Cowboy players, defensive players, told him Phillip Rivers came out the huddle and wasn't
Calling out his
checking.
blitzes.
He was calling out the Cowboys' defensive plays.
That's what's up. I like Phillip Rivers, man.
Calling
Y'all might not like Phillip Rivers.
I like Phillip Rivers trash talk too. I like that shit
There's
too.
a bit of that's a elite form of trash talking. Cover three? Don't disguise it. I know y'all running cover three. Come on.
I mean,
But the key
It's
part is
predictable.
this: is our coaching staff is very predictable on offense.
And they saying that the players are
on
beefing.
defense, and yeah, because I mean, listen, you're gonna beef when you're not given options, when you're limited, when you can't make adjustments, and that's the biggest thing that I see is that going to the second half of a game when you are so close in a game against Philly, a big, huge game, and you go in and coming out
When
the
everyone
half,
thought we would have been down
blown out.
early.
right?
Yeah.
You come
And
out
the
the
Cowboys
half and play like
Philly just scored again.
Yeah.
and play like garbage and play like the Giants. When you come out the second half
I like
and
it.
play
I
like
like
the
it.
and play like the
I like it.
Giants,
I like
that's when you really can say
That was a
that-
quick hook right there. That's
yeah,
an
well, really
inside
quick.
hook.
But that's how it feels like I'm a Giant fan right now.
look,
Keep it up. Keep it up. I like it.
Look, this is.
2K
I told y'all
go.
before the beginning of the season. I've been screaming about it for 3 years. You can't win without at least middle of the road or competent defense. You can't win. You can't win without a pass rush in this league. You can't.
We
win.
got a pass
We
rush.
have a
Listen,
pass rush.
You
We got
don't
a pass
have
rush.
a pass
The
rush.
Cowboys are
Please,
middle
I'm
of the road.
trying
The
to-
Cowboys are
trying
middle
to-
of the Cowboys are
Listen.
middle of the road defense with Sean.
Let me explain. Thank you. The Cowboys are an average defense with Sean Lee. Without Sean Lee,
No, but I'm just saying.
not-
So
they're not
we have a
solid.
pass rush this year.
We have a pass.
We have a pass rush.
you really believe that?
Yeah, we have.
Can I
Yo,
point out, though,
look
the
at
Giants- the
look at
Giants-
Tank sacks and
Listen.
and his
Don't
quarterback
talk over me.
pressure.
Don't talk over me.
We're
Don't
talking
talk over me.
over
I'm speaking right now. I'm speaking right now. I'm speaking right now.
I want to tell you that that's an overrated stat.
Taco's horrible.
What? What?
Yo,
Oh wait, no. What's
I
overrated?
want to
stat?
tell you
Charles
that
Tapper.
them saying Dallas has a pass rush is over.
What's overrated? The
Here's
hurries?
why. Here's why. Okay, and this is real simple.
Land the
The
plane.
Chargers,
Land the
the
plane.
Chargers had
Get in the plane.
580 yards. I just put this, the Chargers had 500. Half of
defense gave up.
1,000 yards in the
Cowboys-
game.
Cowboys defense
Okay,
gave up.
that's not a pass rush. I don't care what you say. That's not a pass rush. That's not them getting there. They get there, they almost get home. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear the guy, yeah, he's leading the league in sacks, but your defense is giving up 300, 400 yards a game. It means nothing.
So that goes-
It means nothing.
So wait,
you
that
can't
doesn't
stop
say-
anybody.
that goes to the
doesn't say
back
you don't
end.
have a
Pause.
pass
Yes,
rush,
it
though.
does. That says that it's ineffective. I
It
keep
doesn't
telling
say
y'all
you don't
about
have a
stats.
pass rush.
Doesn't
though.
say-
It's ineffective.
That
I don't
goes
give
to the
a
back
fuck.
end.
Hold on. defense as a total, it's not coming down to one part.
Y'all really want to just sit here and say, "Oh, we got a pass rush," and y'all give him 518 yards to Phillip Rivers?
Phillip Rivers 18 yards with a pass rush. You're telling me you
can't go 518 yards with a pass rush?
Yes, you can.
The guy should be on his back.
He should be on his back, but he's not. He's still got a pass rush. What are you
Wide
talking
receivers
about?
caught the ball. They were open. Anthony Brown, Antonio, whatever his name is.
This is the problem.
Scam drip.
You guys have been accepting mediocrity for years with this defense.
Absolutely.
You don't know what a good defense looks like.
Yep.
You have no clue what a good defense.
No idea.
Because you've been dealing with this garbage for years.
True.
This garbage
Keep going.
too.
I like it, bro. I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
I just want to point out. I just want to point out the fact.
Everything you just said.
I just want to point out the fact that the Giants won the Super Bowl with missing 7 defensive starters. Just go ahead.
Let me ask y'all a question. If you give up 10 sacks, let me ask you a question. If you get 10 sacks,
I know
in the
you
game,
definitely lying.
right?
You freestyle. He was in the booth right there.
Straight freestyle.
He was in the booth, son. Tigger.
The point of the
basement.
matter is this: is that really you can't build a defense around one person. Sean Lee is a great linebacker.
Underrated linebacker.
Underrated, but you can't stay on the field.
Can't make it about right. You cannot make it around one player.
You got a headache.
Brandon Roy is going to be one of the greatest.
Listen, and I disagree. I disagree. I disagree with that.
DeMarcus Lawrence may be one of the best pass rushers in the league.
I agree that shit.
But you're giving up 500 yards.
You can't build.
That's not going to stay on the field.
Because what you call it doesn't stay on the field. Who? Kuechly. And Kuechly looks like he's a world beater.
But Luke Kuechly has help around him.
I'm just making the point.
I know,
he does, but I'm just making the point that you see the difference between the two. No, he does. He does. He does.
Give me Brandon Short. Give me somebody like that next to him.
Give me Thomas Davis.
Give me Thomas Davis.
Davis.
Listen. I say it again. Give me Charles Johnson. Give me the dude.
Give me Julius Peppers now.
Listen, you can't compare the two. Yes, I understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying. But we only have one dude when they have 6 other pieces.
They don't fall apart when
because
you move Thomas Davis in the Kuechly spot, and he could tell everyone where they need to be. Now, I think Thomas Davis.
That's bad coaching.
I think Thomas. Of course,
they don't coach up players. They don't coach up players.
I don't like what you're doing right now.
I'm just trying to say.
He's right.
I'm being objective at this point.
Listen, he's 100% right. I'm gonna let him live.
But
here's the thing.
He's 100% right. I'm gonna let him rock.
This is why I think we all agree that
you
gotta have veteran leadership at every layer of defense. Every layer. Me and Mark sat and had an hour conversation about why they didn't get a veteran DB at the beginning of the offseason.
Orlando Scandrick. Orlando Scandrick. Nolan Carroll.
Took how many weeks to get a job, and we didn't even decide to even.
Barry Church is bowling in Jackson.
It's not even Darrell Revis. You had a plethora of cornerbacks out there that was available that went on the free agent market, and they did not go after them. And I kept saying, this makes no sense to me to live with what you got. And a young secondary is going to get me.
Can we all just admit that the Cowboys are trash? I mean, let's just
no.
Cowboys stink.
Now,
I mean,
also,
terrible franchise.
Also, Awuzie is starting this week. Thursday night, Awuzie is starting.
God bless you.
Don't clap too quick. Don't clap too quick. That's a desperation clap.
I
think he's really good. I'm not saying he's gonna do his thing, but I think in the future he's gonna be a very good cornerback.
I got a serious question though. Are y'all tired of seeing Jason Garrett after every game?
Yes.
It don't matter what happens. Like it'll be like a sack of 14 yards, and Jason Garrett be like,
so nobody got no video of Jason Garrett sniffing coke.
Let me go on record and I'll say it again. Jason Garrett should have been fired 4 years ago. 4 years ago, he should have been fired.
That's a bit much.
No, because I see what we have coming.
And I'll drop the mic after this. We should have never let Sean Payton walk out that door.
Well, that's a Jerry Jones thing. Because once again, if that plane crashes, everything changes, y'all.
He was in the Giants organization.
Should have never let
If that plane crashes, everything changes, y'all. I'm telling you.
If he's not with New Orleans, I will personally fly down there.
I would love to see the Cowboys team plane crash into AT&T Stadium and blow like that entire.
That's crazy. I'm just not gonna get
Thursday night.
I'm with it.
This Thursday night, Dallas plays once again. We're playing the Redskins. We're on Thursday night. So
season's over.
This is our take.
We still alive.
Hey, we still alive at what, 5-5 now?
I'm alive.
5-6. I try to keep 5-5. Man. 500 sounds.
We still alive.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Chip still?
Fire. Chill,
Nah,
bro.
man.
Come on, son.
The sour cream and cheddar joints.
You didn't even have these. You don't even know. These all dress joints?
Fire.